Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to a special bonus video. You're getting double videos today. Really comes down to the fact of this battle was pretty darn exciting and pretty darn close. Let's go ahead and take a look at the teams. We are playing on Tears of the Cruiser. And I'm in a Minotaur. We are playing Epicenter. We have a Yamato, Iowa, Missouri, North Carolina, Monarch, Minotaur, St. Louis, Charles Motel, two Atogos Gearing, and a Yugamo. On the enemy team, there is a Montana, Iowa, Lion, Turpitz, Amagi, Minotaur, New Orleans, Mogami, Atago, Kapadosh, Fletcher, and a Z-23. And for some odd reason, that Charles Martel decided to fire towards our Gearing. I have no idea. This battle, like I said, is very exciting, very, very close, and it was pretty much, I had to really put on my carry pants. I am actually joined up with two of my clanmates. I have Imperial in the Yamato, I have Chen in the Gearing, and this was essentially the last battle we were going to do tonight. And, well, Chen wanted kind of a redo because he had a slight issue with a previous battle in his Gearing. We'll just say that much at least. Now, keep in mind, there are a few good clans on the other side, MIA, NATO, and also TM. So, we have a lot of work for us to do. Now, Habadosh is spotted, and trying to get to this island. Now, I was planning on ramming this island before popping my smoke, and, well, Fletcher finally popped my smoke, and I do have the stupid thing that turns your ship if you start going towards an island if you are in binocular mode, and so now I'm in a position where I don't really want to be. I can only get two turrets off in the front, and unfortunately Chen just ate a big ol' AP salvo from a battleship and lost the majority of his health, and he is going to have a slight issue from the Fletcher, which is just poor unfortunate Chen. So we are unfortunately going to lose our tier 10 destroyer. Now keep in mind, there was a Habadosh that was spotted on the south side. Now at the moment, this smoke is useless for me. There's not much I can do. There's no one spotted. No one is spotting. Our Yugamo is on the other side, and we obviously have a destroyer disadvantage. So I mean, anything could be sneaking up on us. Anything right now. Anything. Hope I kind of drew that out long enough. Yeah, there is the enemy Habadosh. Oh, of course. Charging up, charging forward. Now this is NATO, and once again, NATO is a really good clan, and my main focus is going to try to take him out, but we have 6 ships aiming at us. So I really got to be careful of any potential fire incoming. There are obviously a few ships that want us dead, so I am going to try my very best to try to stay alive, and it does look Imperial does get a big ol' hit on the enemy Habadosh, which is very, very beneficial, and we have also attracted the enemy Minotaur. Looks like he was trying to get a good salvo at us, but honestly all I have to do is try to keep narrow as possible. We should be able to take out this Habadosh one way or another. Now it looks like some of the enemy battleships are starting to push out west. There's the enemy Iowa. Habadosh is now officially dead. Thank you, Imperial. I highly appreciate that. So now we are, as far as destroyers are concerned, we're kind of evened up. Both tier 10 destroyers are officially dead and gone, and we are finally able to slip away, no longer detected. And well, this next part is going to be interesting. There is a Iowa and also a Lion far out on the western side, and well, I'm tired. I'm also a little bored. I've been playing World of Warships all night, so I want to try something I've always kind of wanted to do, and haven't had too much success with, and that is the Torpedo Minotaur. pretty much act like a torpedo boat. Just sail around being stealthy and torp a battleship that comes within your range. Yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of fun. Now you might be saying that's rather a bit stupid of you and you really should be supporting your team, but honestly at the moment mid is only being contested by the enemy Fletcher. I will have to point out the Yugamo did take out the Z-23, so very good. We're even as far as destroyers count is concerned. So trying to go mid with all the potential battleships. As you just saw, we lost our Otago. No idea why he was way out there on the eastern flank, but we have just lost a cruiser. So now we are even up with the amount of ships. Hopefully we should take out the enemy Fletcher. So once again, coming a torpedo boat Minotaur. Not something I would highly recommend, but hey, you might get lucky. We might get lucky. So this Iowa is starting to obviously push towards us. And I do have to be careful. The Minotaur does have a 8.9 kilometer detection range, 10 kilometer torpedoes. So you do have a 1.1 buffer zone for you to actually get your torpedoes off. Now I do generally fire my torpedoes single salvo. They are extremely potent. Just really due to the fact that if one torpedo hits, all of them are going to hit. But obviously there's the downside is if one torpedo misses, all the others are going to miss as well. So I'm going to try to switch to my starboard side and get my starboard torpedoes off, because why not? It is a Minotaur. Minotaur is actually a very nimble little cruiser. Now I believe I'm the only one detecting this Iowa, so I am going to hold my fire and prevent myself from smoking. And also I gotta be careful on my smoke. I don't want to waste them too much, just in case I do need them later on. First salvo is unfortunately going to miss. Second salvo, yeah, it looks like they're probably going to miss. I think he turned too sharply north and is going to at least dodge the majority of those torpedoes. We might get one, and we are detected by enemy plane. And yes, it does look like we get 2 torpedoes on the enemy Iowa, and well, we shot down the plane because the Minotaur has really good AA, so why the hell not? So fortunately for us, our team has taken out all the enemy destroyers, and that is going to ensure that we have at least some detectability and spotting and torpedoes. We'll see how things go. So Lion has taken out the friendly Missouri. That was our only radar ship, which is still something to be concerned about because there is still a Minotaur on the enemy team, and having that radar is very, very beneficial. Continuing on with the whole aspect of being a torpedo boat, but honestly at this time I think it is okay to go ahead open up with the salvo. Honestly, I probably should not have wasted that smoke. Should have been more wiser on holding that smoke off. Unfortunately, we have just lost our Yugamo. Don't exactly know where he came from, but he does unfortunately go down to the turrets, and now this Lion has realized he's made a somewhat aggressive stance, especially considering there is still a Yamato very able to do a lot of damage to him, and is going to try to pull away as quickly as possible. So gonna use the full extent of my smoke as much as possible. Now the benefit of the Minotaur is the fact that it only fires AP, and AP damage is not the same thing as light damage that the Lion can heal off. So this damage that we're causing is more damaging than, say, fire damage or light damage for that concern. And I do switch over to sequential fire here just to ensure more than likely get some hits. I mean, we're doing some damage, but honestly we're not getting high racking damage. It just really comes down to the penetration and the fact that they're not fully penetrating. So alright, so their smoke is actually starting to dissipate in about 30 seconds, which is the only bad thing. This smoke is not as fully viable as it would have been. And I will have to say, it's kind of nice having more time on laying down your smoke, but I will have to say it does take away from the skill of a British cruiser captain than it used to. You have to slow down to about half speed, about 20 knots, before actually popping a smoke and being able to stay in it. Now you can almost go full speed, slow down, and pop smoke, and you're good. And we'll see that a couple times in this battle. Now, at the moment, we are even on ships. We do have the center cap, which is very, very, very good thing for us to have, because this is gonna, well, I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's very good thing to have. Now, keep in mind, there is still a Minotaur. There's still the New Orleans. Do have to be very careful about that New Orleans, due to the fact that, well, he has radar. Now, unfortunately, our Iowa tried to ram the Turpits and just went down to the Turpits' torpedoes. Minotaur is spotted. I'm going to go ahead and pop my own smoke here once again, with the fact that the lengthening of the duration on the smoke screen does allow you to slow down while still going decent speed. And for a second there, I almost thought we were not going to get behind. Now, the Minotaur has popped his own, and unfortunately, well, we're kind of at a stalemate, but he has taken a citadel from, I believe, one of our friendly battleships, so he has taken damage. And here is a good tactic, because the Minotaur has very fast-firing guns, and we kind of have a general idea, especially if he keeps opening up like that. We're able to kind of catch him. Now, I am only going to be constantly firing kind of blind, and that's the good thing about the Minotaur, is just how much shells you can get in the air. I'm getting some penetrations, maybe not the highest amount of damage, but we're causing havoc. We're kind of making him freak out. He's wanting to hold his fire due to the fact that he is getting hit by me, and there we just got another hit. And you can see I'm kind of trying to react to it. Now, the enemy team is in the lead as far as ships, but we are still gaining points because they are not pushing the cap at the time and place. Now, that lion is still kicking and still alive, and he's still causing havoc, especially to our poor monarch that has, for some bizarre reason, pushed all the way south like he is. Now, we do have two cruisers. We do have the St. Louis and the Charles Martel. They are playing very passively. We also have the North Carolina that is trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. Now, our smoke screen is about to dissipate in about 9 seconds. And the enemy Minotaur's smoke screen should start dissipating shortly thereafter. So in just a moment, we should be able to spot the enemy Minotaur, and let's see if we can finish him off. Here he is, and instantly he turns away and shows us a broadside. Oh, that is not the good thing to do. Oh, look at that, 3 citadels, and he opens up and is going to go down to our friendly Yamato, who got double strike. Actually, very good job there, Imperial, very good job. Now, obviously, I am very well detected, and I'm trying not to die, because this battle is actually very, very close. Granted, they do have well, better yet, we have a point advantage. They have a ship advantage. We have just lost our North Carolina, but now I am actually the best detector. I have the lowest detection of any ships still alive, so that means I'm going to be the eyes of this battle. Actually, I'm trying to think. There is the enemy Otago. I don't remember what the Otago is. I believe it is also down around 9 kilometers, probably about 8.9 as well. Now, one key thing right now is the fact that I have one smoke screen left. Only one. Only one. And I'm hoping one of our friendly cruisers will actually start to push towards mid. As you can see, the enemy team is starting to push into the cap, and oh crap, I accidentally pushed my smoke screen, which was completely by accident. I think I was trying to request spotting so I can kind of catch whoever's in the center cap. It looks like the enemy Tirpitz is trying to cap. Now, unfortunately, I was the one spotting, and I am trying to ease myself into the cap circle just to prevent him from continually capping. And at the moment, no one is spotting, and oh, this is very, very close. We are definitely ahead. This is going to be a very beneficial thing due to the fact that we've held the cap for so long that we're almost 200 points ahead of the enemy team. This is going to be very crucial for us. Gonna go ahead and open up on this Tirpitz, kind of push him away. He's obviously turning tail and running away, and the enemy Atago is starting to push in, and we definitely want to take him out. I do have to be careful. He does have 10-kilometer torpedoes, so if he wants, he could possibly drop torpedoes in towards our smoke screen. But unfortunately, I don't know who was spotting him. I believe the St. Louis was the only one spotting, maybe even this fighter planes. And it looks like we have a St. Charles Montel sitting right behind us. And it looks like Imperial does get a big old salvo against this Atago. Need to focus down this Atago as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, he does start to turn in towards us, which is going to reduce the damage output my AP salvo can do. Now we do have to be careful of our smoke screen. Our smoke screen is almost up. We have about 10 seconds, and he... Oh, this is foolish. He has to be trying to get torpedoes off. We do get the kill, and I am going to take really big steps to get away from my smoke screen, just due to the fact that we are possibly going to get some torpedoes. Now, unfortunately for us, we have just lost on Monarch, so once again, the teams are set and even. Imperial is starting to push in, but he is being focused on by the enemy Lion, as well as that pesky New Orleans, who has been a downright pain this entire time. Now, one thing I think the enemy battleships should have done, especially right now due to the fact that our Yamato is so incredibly low in health, is have just pushed into the middle cap as quickly as possible, due to the fact that there is about 2 minutes left on this battle at the time and being. So right now they should have pushed in quite heavily, taking the fight to us, because we do have a low health Charles Martel, low health St. Louis, and obviously I'm a Minotaur, and I'm kind of a bit squishy. Now, our Charles Martel has finally opened up on the New Orleans. New Orleans is pestering Imperial, and now, unfortunately, we are trying to get Imperial out. He obviously is being focused on. He's now set on fire, and the enemy Lion has now shown back up and is starting to push in towards the middle cap. And once again, I am going to be trying to be a torpedo boat Minotaur. Very bad idea. I do not know how I did not get spotted here. 8.9. We are on the brink of being detected, but for some beautiful reason, I get out of this quite easily. But I am going to try to keep my distance. Try to stay as live as possible. There's about a minute left on the battle. So just trying to stay alive. We do have definitely the points advantage. 745 to 446. So we definitely are ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and open up. The only major threats to me at the moment would be the Magi as well as the Tirpitz, but they are so far back that they won't really pose a problem unless they just get incredibly lucky. Now the Lion has begun to heal, and he of course has that really good heal, but with AP we can just cause a constant rain on him. Sure, we're not getting the most amount of damage. Lion just took out the friendly Charles Martel. Imperial does get a big old hit on the Lion, but the Amagi has taken out the St. Louis, and the Lion has taken also out the friendly Yamato, and we are all by our lonesome against 4 ships. Can we take out this lion? This lion needs to go down very, very quickly, or else we are going to have a very tough time. There we go. Just took out the enemy lion, and there is 4 seconds left on this map. And just keep it in consideration. It was incredibly close for us to lose. Incredibly close. And keep in mind, had the enemy battleships pushed in earlier, they might have won this. Because there's only so much a Minotaur can do. So overall, not a bad battle. So as you can see, we did win due to the fact that we won by points and the battle time expired. We did earn Solo Warrior, which is definitely a badge, a medal that I don't get very often. Damage-wise, not too bad, 133,222. Target hits with our main shells, 324. We did get 2 torpedo hits, 3 kills, 3 citadels, 5 defended base caps. So overall, not a bad game. Me and Imperial and I were top of the team. And just take a look at the basic speed between myself and the 3rd rank. Almost 700 basic speed difference between just that set line. Keep in mind, I hate to say it, I don't mean to sound like I'm gloating or that I'm a better player than anyone else, but you can see that us two, really did a lot of damage and a lot of carrying for our team. Especially keep in mind, look how many gold members are on our team versus the gold and platinum members on the enemy team. So I'm satisfied with that. Definitely satisfied with that. So the line, we did around 43,573. We did almost 27,000 against the Iowa, around 18,000 against the Otago, around 26,000 against the Minotaur, and around 14,000 against the Haberdosh. So definitely very, very nice game. Very fun, very exciting, very, very close. So anyways, this is going to be it for this bonus video. Thank you guys so much for joining in. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zaijian.